Hello, inventors! My name is Courtney Laschkewitch. I'm an InventRight coach, the managing director of Inventors Groups of America, and a serial inventor. Today, I would like to talk about prototypes with you. Now, that visual representation of your product is everything. An image is worth 1,000 words, but for sell sheets, it's worth 1,000,000. A sell sheet should be captivating, entrancing, mesmerizing. Like a book or a song, a sell sheet should transport you. And if you are doing your job right, your potential licensee will feel the emotion you want them to, just like an author or songwriter would want. And it all starts with an image of your product. Now, there are many types of prototypes, but the most used in our industry, well, there are 3. A physical prototype, it's best if you can make it within a week and under $100. If you think you can do this and make it look close to what it would look like in stores, go for it. But if not, then there is a virtual prototype. Now, a virtual prototype, also called a digital rendering or a 3D model, is very inexpensive nowadays. You can get a stunning virtual prototype for $150 or less. Most commonly, I personally go for a virtual prototype when I don't want to cut corners and I have time to do so. But giving your designer a clear look at what you want them to make is crucial. And I mean crucial. Sometimes you only get a few revisions, or sometimes you'd like it to be done quickly. So instead of spending your time on revisions, I would highly recommend you spend your time up front making what I like to call a VP or virtual prototype blueprint. Now, when you are making this, you most likely will be making the final type of prototype we are talking about today, the virtual Frankenstein. And once you get good at these, sometimes you don't even need a virtual prototype to test the pitching waters for feedback. Now, today, we will be diving into the basics of virtual Frankensteins. Let's go. Alright, so first, we're going to go ahead and get into Google Drive. We're going to go ahead and search for it. And we're going to click on Cloud Storage for Work and Home - Google Drive. Now click this button or the button up here. We're going to go to Drive. It's going to open up in another tab. Now on the left, we're going to click on this plus new button. And we're going to click on Google Slides, this yellow button right here. It's going to open up a new tab and it's going to create an untitled presentation for us. Now, once it's up, we're going to go ahead and delete these 2 boxes that say click to add title and click to add subtitle. We're going to go ahead and left click on the top here and drag and hold our mouse until we've highlighted both boxes and let go. You can see that it highlighted both of them. So we're going to go ahead and on the keyboard press the delete button to delete them quickly. Now to create a little bit more space here, we've got a bunch of themes here for regular presentations. However, we're not going to need those, so we're going to click on this X button to get rid of them. Alright, so today, we're going to make a virtual Frankenstein of a spatula Swiss Army knife. Make sure you always title your presentations by the name so you can always find it. Now what we're going to be making is a spatula with Swiss Army knife tools inside that you can rotate out to the end of the handle. Now I've done my market research and so far I haven't found anything like it similar enough. So, with that said, let's go ahead and figure out the 2 main things that we're going to be needing for creating the virtual Frankenstein. We're going to go to Google Images, and we're going to need a spatula first. You can see I found a spatula that I like. I searched and found one that had the proper angle I was looking for. We're going to go ahead and put that into a program called remove.bg. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new tab here. I'm going to go ahead and type in remove.bg. And now that we're in here, it shows how you can remove objects. You can see here the background has been removed from her image. We're going to go ahead and take the spatula image that we like and take it and drag it into remove.bg. It says drop image anywhere. We're going to let go. I just held the left click button down. It put it in. It removed the background. And I'm going to click download. Now you see it's downloaded right here. I'm going to go ahead and back into my document, spatula Swiss Army knife. I'm going to click and drag it into my document. Let go of my left click button. And here it is. You can see there was white in the background before, but now because you can see no white here, it looks like it did it properly. We're going to go ahead and rotate that. Now we need the Swiss Army knife part. Again, I was trying to find the right angle. I typed in Swiss Army knife front view, looked around, just happened to find one that was wooden. I do like that one a lot. What I was mainly trying to find is this wine bottle opener part. The keywords are very important here for finding the exact image you're looking for, so do your best to spend some time trying different keywords, searching for the right image. I do like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and left-click drag into remove.bg, drop it in. It's going to remove the background for me. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and click download. It's going to download it here. I'm going to go back to my Google Slides document. I'm going to bring that image up. And now we have the two images I need to make my virtual Frankenstein. Now, one of the most important tools that I use all the time on Google Slides is simply cropping. If you click on an image, you can see up here on the top left, there's the button crop image. However, I like to do it quicker by double clicking on an image and it brings up the crop bars. That's a double left click, brings up the crop bars. I'm going to go ahead and crop the image. There we go. Alright, now we have our image here. We're going to click this and rotate it to fit this. Looks like I'm using the arrow keys here. It looks like it's a little bit too big, so I'm going to go ahead and drag it down to the proper size and angle. You can see the obvious discrepancy between the two pieces of wood. So we're going to go ahead and fix that once we've angled this properly. And I'm going to go ahead and take the spatula image, right click, as we're going to click, send to front. Now that wooden that was on our Swiss Army knife is now underneath the spatula. I'm going to go ahead and click over here and drag and highlight so both of them you can see are highlighted. I'm going to right click and click group so I can move them together. And that is how you make a very quick virtual Frankenstein. Now you can easily rotate it. You can mess with it as much as you want. When you get into the cell sheet, of course, you're going to want multiple angles. Maybe you want it closed. Maybe you want it open. I'd recommend, messing with it as much as you can to make it look as professional as possible. But there you have it. That is the basics of making a virtual Frankenstein. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you have learned a little bit about Google Slides, remove.bg, and how to make virtual Frankensteins. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your day.